friends, Katie Petite from KatiePetiteDesigns.com. Thank you for coming to craft with me today. Today I am going to be doing a page in my little, just like a 3x5 art journal, and I'll link everything below so that you can easily find all the supplies. And I kind of have an idea of what I'm going to do. Let me slide these things over so you can see a little bit. I never really have a definite plan, but I have an idea. So I'm going to be working with some of the birdsong printables. These are printed out on washi sticker paper. I am using a color laser printer for these, and it's an HP that I have. And with the laser, it's not as water reactive as the inkjet. So that's why I'm using the laser, but the inkjet will work just as well. So, all right, so I'm gonna get started by doing what I always like to do, setting up my background. So I'm gonna use, I just picked a couple colors that I found, were complementary to the printable. And that would be Bundled Sage. And that's what I'm going to start with, because using more than one color, oops, I'm going to get green all over me, gives your page a little bit more depth than if you were to just use one page. And I'm just kind of dabbing it onto my journal to give it a little bit of color. I always keep paper towel handy so that I can clean off my colors. All right, then I need to dry that, and I will spare you the noise for that. Okay, I'm all dry and ready for my second color, which is going to be Worn Lipstick. And just to add a little bit of contrast, a little bit of pink, because I'm thinking I'm going to use some of the flower printables from the birdsong. See, just kind of dabbing it gives me little dots instead of whole big smears, which I don't really need for this. I'm just kind of looking to create some interest in my background. Again, wiping it off on my paper towel. And then again, drying it. And drying the back side helps. And, sometimes I've even, I don't know if it's just me, but I've even burned my journal pages by putting way too much heat on them. So you don't want to do that. Don't follow in my footsteps too much. All right, here we go. I'm going to add some texture with this stamp. And in order to get closer to the edges and stuff, I'm just going to use my finger. These clear stamps do stick to your skin. And it's easier when you're working in a journal to get closer to the edges than like with this fold. If you're working with an acrylic block, it's going to get obstructed and you're not going to be able to stamp quite as close. So like I said, I'm just adding texture. You can see kind of the whole visual triangle here, thinking my printable hopefully is going to go right about here. We'll see how that plays out. And then I wanted to take the wispy stems because I'm kind of wanting them, I'm envisioning them poking out from behind the printable. They'll get faded a little back with the washi paper. But let's see, I'm gonna go down here with it and just push. Sometimes if it's not even underneath, it's not gonna come off even. Yeah, you can see, I always never seem to be able to push good in the middle. Not sure what my issue is there, but that works because again, I'm just going for texture. I'm not going for perfection in my stamping technique. Okay. So this is the printable that I'm going to use, and I will link it below. And I'm going to just cut, you don't need to cut super close to the edges, but sometimes the washi edge will show. And if you're particular about that, you will want to be closer to your image edge. All right, and just going around getting this bouquet. And almost there. Okay, got the bouquet. I'm gonna kind of think about where I'm gonna want that to go. I'm gonna put it over a little off center, so it's kind of to the right. So, and with the washi, all you have to do is rub your finger on the edge, and then it peels off really easily. Kind of position it again. So it's a little off the edge. That looks nice. I like the way that turned out. Then I think I want to add a butterfly. So do I want to paint? No, I think I'm going to go with the blue. So again, I'm going to kind of come in here a little close. And get this butterfly and its splashes. And again, just rub my finger on the edge and I get the sticker. So Printable Washi has changed the game for me. I really like the instant access it gives me to so many different things. I'm even going to, I think I'm going to add the sentiment with the sticker. I'm going to go with "You Are Enough." And first I'm going to just rough cut it out because that'll be easier to not have all this excess around me. And then I'm going to come in here pretty tight and cut the sentiment. So when you're printing with the washi printable paper, I know everyone has different print qualities, and what's going to make a difference is also how you have your settings. So be sure in your print dialog box that you're choosing the right kind of paper. On the laser printer, I have a choice of rough paper, and that seems to work really good for that. On my inkjet, I just use a plain paper setting. But some friends have told me that they have better success when they set the printing for vivid printing. They get things to look a little more saturated. Okay, and because this is so small, it's taking a bit to get it off the background. All right, there we go. So we've got "You Are Enough." I'm gonna put that right down here. Whoops. Let's try it again. See if I can get it straight. There we go. Okay, so I've got the basis of my journal page here, and I do like to go back and add textures and some paints when I'm working with these. So what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm gonna get a stencil and some fiber paste and add to this. All right, so I'm back. I got my distress tile stencil that I designed for Arden, and I'm using this golden fiber paste. So I'm going to make sure these are rubbed down good. Position my stencil over it, dip my palette knife in, kind of loading the back side of the palette knife with some of the paste. And I am gonna just kind of line it up there, so hopefully it'll stick. And I don't want to cover the whole thing. I just want to kind of be sure I don't go over the sentiment, but I just want to kind of connect it all with some texture, if that makes sense. I'm going to grab just a little bit more. Okay, and then pull it up. And you can see I've got some extra hangover here. But I think that worked out nicely. You can see the texture. So if I come back in and add some paint, that'll help connect it all. But when I'm working with the texture paste, I really do prefer to step away, work on a different project, and let this dry naturally, because could just be me, but when I've tried to dry this with a heat gun, then my washi will bubble, or it just isn't as natural. So stepping away, doing something else, and then coming back is the best method for me. So I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. This is all dry. I can feel it's not wet anymore. So, and I came back with my palette. This is an Angora palette that I got off Amazon, and I will give you a link to it. I really like the colors. These muted corals and such are really nice. So that's what I'm going to use to kind of come in here with some paint. I'm just going to drip a little bit of paint, and then I'm going to call it done. So I'm using a silver brush. I like these brushes because the hairs of the brush don't come off in my stuff. I think when I was using cheaper brushes, everything became just a mess, and I didn't like it. So kind of like when you have the paste and a pattern and you go over it with color, it's almost like, what do they call it? Like the German schmear on Magnolia Homes or Fixer Upper. So I'm like just kind of smearing over the paste just to give a little bits of color. And then, like you can see, I added more up there, and I'm going to come down below here and add a little bit more too. You don't want to get it too wet. And again, remember, I'm using the Printable Washi was printed on laser, so it handles the water a little bit better than when you use an inkjet printer. But you can use inkjet. I used inkjet up till recently all the time, pretty much exclusively. And and then we splurged and got a laser printer. But if all you have is an inkjet, by all means, you can use that. I'm going to see if I can kind of soften back this edge here so it's not so hard. Just coming in with some water. It's one of the nice things with watercolor. It's a little bit more forgiving, at least to me. Watercolor's always been my medium since my college days, many, many years ago. All right, there we go. So I think I'm gonna call this art journal page done. And simple as that. Let me give you a little closer look, but pleased with it. Looks nice. I like the pink. It's bright and fresh, and was a nice experiment, nice collage, nice creative time, and it really didn't take that long. So thank you for joining me and following along, and please be sure to like and subscribe so you'll see the next time that I have a craft project to share. Have a great day and happy crafting.